much better. So this is a lesson in trucking, which I didn't really plan on doing, but I felt it's important to bring out because it's really messed me up. Finally got over it. It took years to get over it. So what happened? The background is that in truck driving, they have what's called a DOT inspection. And you guys better not ever tell anybody about this. I want your secrecy. Talking to the fish or whoever's listening. So, they have what's called a DOT inspection. And in that inspection, they check your eyesight, have you walk the line, check your balance, coordination. They're trying to make sure that people driving these big 80,000 pound vehicles aren't going to take out a bunch of innocent bystanders, right? Make sure they're physically fit. One of the tests they do, believe it or not, is a hernia exam. Turn your head and cough. I'm going to try to keep this PG, but it's probably not going to work, but I'll do my best. Try not to say any words that are going to set off an alarm, you know? So, in that test, the nurse approaches you from the front and the side, steps up next to you, directly to your side, but facing you, but to one of your sides. She puts out her hand that is on your side. By the way, your pants and underwear and everything is on the floor, and you are standing there with your lower half is naked. Okay, so it's swinging in the breeze. But she steps up next to you, so of course she's not going to get offended by seeing something, right? By your little Johnson. So then the nurse reaches over. You can Google it. It's a true hernia test. Usually it's, they like to put those online to kind of make fun of it. So that's kind of the background. Of course, what she does is put her fingers underneath your testicles. And you have to cough. And if your testicles raise up, then you do not have any hernia problems. For some reason, they check this for truck drivers. They still do it. Sometimes, if you're lucky, it's a female doctor and, she's on the right side of 40. Well, that's what happened to me. Believe it never happened before. Usually they're old women or they're old guys, and you're wondering, what's with these old guys? But anyway, what happened was I went in there. There's a nurse she doesn't look like she's 18. I'm thinking, is this a minor? Am I going to get in trouble? What am I supposed to do, right? So, you can imagine, she starts doing the hernia examination, and I get an erection. I mean, this is a flippin' Jethro hard-on of my life, right? I'm married. I'm thinking, is my wife going to find out about this? My wife is outside in a parking lot. The nurse goes through her inspection. She gets done. She is obviously extremely upset. She took it the wrong way, right? So the lesson there is, what was I supposed to do? What I did was I just stood there. What is a guy supposed to do? Are you supposed to move it over to the only thing I could figure out, in 2020 hindsight, is that I should have had that sucker going away from her to the other direction. So, I would have had to reach down there and moved it over so it would be pointing away from her, right? Because in this inspection, by the way, as a post note, the nurse has to make contact with it and sort of move it over. So that's why I was trying to keep it PG. I think you get the idea. What do you do when that happens? Do you pretend nothing happened? Or do you move it over? Do you say something and apologize? Or you just quickly put your hand down there and move that sucker over out of her way? Probably that's what I should have done. But just if you want to comment, this is absolutely true. Google it. This is a DOT inspection. Part of the DOT inspection for truck drivers.